Let's talk about it. So you've been with us now for, I think, about a month-ish,
Just under a month, yeah.
just under a month, right? So in under a month, like how many clients do you think you've picked up?
Oh man, it's tough to say like anywhere between like I would say 15 to 20.
15 and 20 new
Yeah,
clients,
whether
right?
it would be like short term or long term,
Mm-hmm.
but I would
Yeah.
say in between that number.
Okay.
Yeah,
But I know you have like three listings since then.
yeah.
How many deals total would you say you've been negotiating so far, like in your active pipeline?
Like around 5 to 7.
5 to 7 deals being negotiated.
Yeah.
And out of those 5 to 7 deals that are being negotiated, like how many do you think of those are like at the finish line or close to?
Okay, so one would be this listing that we just put up.
Yeah,
Another one is that offer that fell through, so that's
right,
two.
right.
Then this one listing agreement that I'm going to send out,
That's the third
three.
one. Yeah.
And I would say that the CMA one is looking pretty good too.
Yeah, because it's just they want to go, right?
Yeah,
It's just the lawyer stuff that's holding them back, and that I'm
exactly.
sure they'll come to an agreement pretty quickly because
Right.
I'm sure that things are burning a hole in their pocket too. So
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So like 15 and 20 new like qualified, ready to go clients. Out of those, seven who've already either signed listing or placed offers are pretty close. And then out of those, uh, four that are most likely going to end up closing or firming
Oh,
up
I would say I'm pretty confident in the commercial one as well.
commercial. So five, let's
Yeah.
say, and that's a big pop too. So about 5 deals. I would say maybe like because we're first week October. Based on what you described to me, I think some of them will move the needle a little bit quicker, some of them a little bit slower. So I think you probably got like at least 3 deals in the bank account for month of October, maybe even more. And I think you got a solid 2 to 3 for November, right? So as long as we're keeping you at that 3 to 4 deals a month, I think that for you at your age as a solo agent, that is fire, bro. How has it been around just like support? So, for example, if you get stuck with something, like what does that process look like for you, and how do you find that we sort of help you with different situations? And yeah, what do you think about that?
Honestly, I think the support system is great. Like whenever I have a question or like anything to do with that, I give you a call. Um, you really like take me through it step by step, and I just fully understand what I need to do from that moment on.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
And the thing, kind of the difference is you actually do it, right?
Yeah.
And that's my biggest challenge usually, which is like you have clearly a path in front of you that you can choose. It might be difficult, right? And that's you don't have that built inside of you. Unfortunately, a lot of people do, which is like they start questioning whether or not it's actually going to work out, and that's where most of the stuff fizzles out. But with you, when you see a solution that clearly makes sense, it might involve a little bit of discomfort, right? It might involve tricky conversations with people that are like holding back deals because they have a 33% stake. Now we're trying to get them down to 25% stake, or we're trying to get people into HELOCs when they haven't touched a mortgage for like over a decade, right? So it's not the easiest conversations, but one of the things that I really appreciate about you, bro, is like you don't really even think about the discomfort. You just go and do it.
Yeah.
And it's showing in your results, right? Like when you do the work, good things happen. Um, and the last thing, I know I'm hopefully not blowing up your head too much because I need you to still be in the game.
Yeah.
But like, man, you're just ahead of your age substantially, right? The amount of composure, professionalism, and just dedication um that tenacity that you have is like you have a decade you know, on top of your actual age, which is phenomenal. So I'm super excited to see like where your progression goes. There's very few people that are honestly, knock on wood, like you are gifted. But it's not just about the gift. You're good at what you do, but it's also the hard work, man. Like I remember being your age, and I've shared some of those stories with you. Like to have that, I'm just so excited for what the future holds, dude. Honestly, I think it's gonna be phenomenal.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that, man. That's awesome.
100%, brother.